action. Ha 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 ha. Oh, there's a ball. Aha, this is the magic. Hello everyone, thank you for attending our live show today. This man, I don't know if you are familiar with this role. This man, the name is Zhuge Liang, or Hoxi name, Kong Ming. He lived in about 200 AD during the famous Three Kingdoms period and served as the imperial chancellor for the states of. He was a very famous man in China and one of the greatest military strategists. He helped his lord won lots of great battles with very limited resources and invented many useful weapons and light tools. And now this great man is here in BroadLink, and behind us we got a very professional team, all working for our customers, for you, a real intelligent lifestyle to you. Okay, now let's come to the real world. My name is Andy, and I have 15 years of experience in IoT industry and joined BroadLink 6 years ago. Our team is working for the online sales and marketing of our products. Let's welcome one of my colleagues, Jing.
Hello everyone, I am Jing from BroadLink Customer Service Team. It is very glad to be here to introduce our app and the products. And you can also ask questions or tell us your concerns about our app and products. We will try our best to help you.
Yeah, and you see everyone, today smart home is becoming more and more popular. But I think you've got many issues during the use of smart home products, right?
Yes, actually as I'm managing customer support, I heard a lot of complaints from users, not only for BroadLink, but they seem to be common challenges. For instance, like there were too many apps from different brands, what a mess. And I needed to learn the use of the app, and it may take a long time to get the device to work. Or like I have suffered with lost connections, app crash, bugs, and voice control failures. Apps ask for many permissions which are related to my to my privacy settings.
Okay, yes, you're right. As long as there's an app, you always face the challenge to tackle the app issues. But I believe most of people, I mean in North America and Europe, they are very familiar with Alexa and Google Home.
Yes. Actually, from our customer feedback, most of them prefer to use...
The noun home is usually defined as a house, apartment, or other shelter that is the usual residence of a person, family, or household. The adjective home
Alexa.
is usually defined as
Alexa.
relating
Alexa.
to
Stop.
or connected.
Yeah.
Actually, from our customer feedback, most of them prefer to use Alexa or Google Voice Control more than the third-party app. Also, Alexa and Google, they are improving user experience frequently, especially for smart plugs and light bulbs. They can cover almost all functions that any third-party app can offer.
Indeed. So let's say if we can offer a certain approach to skip the app setup for device and just use Alexa or Google Home, it should be a very exciting.
Yes.
That's why we developed this fantastic and very unique technology, NoAPP. So that's the main topic today. Just like its name, setting up smart home products no longer requires an app. Some people may have watched the video from Paul Higbert on YouTube last weekend for the introduction of NoAPP technology. today I'm going to let you see the live demo of this with us. And if you like it, please share it with your friends on YouTube later. So let me try the real things for you. So let me reset this bulb. Of course, when you buy the new thing, it should be in reset mode. So let's turn off and on for 5 times. Yeah, it's blinking intermittently. So that means it's in AP mode. I'm going to go ahead to show the... Okay, this is the phone. Everyone has this. And you go to the Wi-Fi setting. You find there's a Wi-Fi name called BroadLink Wi-Fi device. You connect to it. Then a page will pop up. You can select a Wi-Fi name. Here we use our name called BL demo, and we input the password. Sorry. Fast, come on. 1, 2, 3. And then input your email. This email, you use it later as your account in BroadLink. Okay, then next you give a name to the bulb. Let's say ceiling lamp. Okay, just for instance. Oh, sorry, ceiling lamp. Then tap next. Okay, now watch this. After you connect your bulb, you'll receive an email, which is your account in BroadLink. Let's try connect. Then you see the bulb is stopped flashing. That means it's connected to the router, and your phone will go back to the router. Alexa. Yeah, it comes, ceiling lamp. Okay, so you can tap it to control in the app. Or we can use voice control. Alexa, turn off ceiling lamp. Yeah, it just worked. Okay.
Wow, so fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sorry for today's network, but if you use it outside China, it should be very good because of the network issues. And maybe someone will ask how it works. So actually, when you reset this bulb, it will enter AP mode. And AP mode means itself will acting like a router. It's emitting its SSID, so you use your phone, connect to this bulb, and then you give it your router's credentials. It will save the credentials in this bulb and use these credentials to connect to the router. And later, you go to Alexa or Google, enable our skill, and then you get it connected. You can use the voice control. That's very simple and effective. So let's get a conclusion of NoAPP. The first thing is you can get quickest setup experience because you don't need to download any apps. Especially if you are a first user or you are a rookie or just a early bird users, you don't know how to set up the device. So you just follow the instructions or in the menu, and you don't need to download any apps. Just connect to the device in the Wi-Fi setting. The second thing is there's no privacy concerns. Because there's no app, of course, we don't collect any private information. The third thing is, of course, because there's no app, so you don't face any app crashes and bugs. Okay, now you can enjoy the simplest way of pairing and using your device with Alexa and Google. All right, introduction of NoAPP is here. Do you guys have any questions regarding to NoAPP? And you can see all our products are here. They are all selling on Amazon. And later we'll post the links of purchase link on Facebook. You can tap the link and buy the products. Oh, I have to tell you, if you haven't tried our new universal remote, you'll notice this small thing. We added a temperature and humidity sensor. This is a special cable, and you can choose it. We have two versions selling on Amazon. One is without this cable, and one is with temperature and humidity sensor. So if you add this sensor, it just acting as a normal cable and both the sensor, and you can use it to collect your room temperature data and humidity data and trigger some actions. For example, if it goes too high, you can turn on the AC. So that's fully automatic. So if you have any questions, you can post it on Facebook. We're glad to answer your questions.
I received a question from Jack Yu. He asks, what is the difference of routine and scene? So please let me explain their difference. In the scene, user can add appliance and the actions. And the most important is user can set the time lag for each action. For example, the action 1 is to turn on the lamp, then 5 seconds later to turn on the TV. However, in routine, user cannot set this time lag. But in routine, we have deployed many features. For example, it can be interacted with the temperature and humidity. Suppose you have our IM for mini device and it is connected with this sensor cable. So you will get the temperature and the humidity data in our BroadLink app. So in the routine, to set the trigger, you can set like if the humidity rises to 60%, then turn on the air conditioner. This is the routine, is the new feature that we added And also you can set a timer to the routine. For example, every 6 a.m. Turn on the lamp or open the curtain. And also you can add the push notification to a routine. For example, when someone opens the door, then send me a push notification to my mobile phone. So user can choose scene or routine to meet their different requirements.
Yeah, that's very convenient. And one more thing, if you use NoAPP devices, of course you don't have the app. So how you can set the routines? Don't forget, in Alexa app, you have the routines. Everything's inside there.
Yes. So let's see another question. You're welcome. Thank you. Another thing is from saying, when trying to add RF appliance to BroadLink app, it cannot control my device. Actually, I think some customers is encountering this problem. So for our RM device, there are two types, RM Pro and RM Mini. And the Mini can only control IR appliances, but Pro can control IF appliances. And the frequency that IM Pro supports is 433 and 315. And once you want to use your IM Pro device to control IF appliances, please ensure the IF appliance meet IM Pro's specification. Because if it is out of the specification, then IM device cannot control the appliance. And when app is enters the learning mode, please look at the RM device LED. When it is turned on, the LED color will be orange. Then please press the button from the actual remote control, then to learn the code. Because in some of our cases, I can see the videos sent from customers. When the light is off, then they are pressing the buttons. Then they send the video. Yeah. Oh, I cannot learn the code. I cannot control the appliance. So please start learning when after the LED turns on orange. So in case the LED does not turn on orange, then please unplug the device, then for 5 minutes, then replug in, then try again, please. So, if this still cannot help, please contact us. We will check the details and we will help you further.
Yeah, and we should use long press for RF.
Yes, long F pressing is also enabled in our app. Yes.
Yeah. And one more thing, don't forget, before you buy RM Pro, no matter RM4 Pro or RM Pro Plus, you need to be aware in some countries like US or European countries, 315 megahertz is not supported because of the regulation. So if you really want to buy a 315 megahertz supported device, you can search on AliExpress or other channels, not on Amazon, because it's not allowed.
One customer asks if the IM LED does not turn on, then how can I do? In this case, please unplug the power cable for 5 minutes, and then replug in. Then try again to learn the buttons. But if this not help, please contact us. We will help you to solve the problems.
Yeah, and we have several ways you can reach to us. I think the best way is go to the app help center, right? You can submit your questions in help center, and we have our people reply you instantly. Sorry, not instantly, but ASAP. And another way is you can submit your questions on Facebook, or just write us email support@BroadLink.com.
And in some cases, like we want to join customers at home to check more details, I would prefer to get the message from Skype. You can search our Skype ID in our homepage. You can leave message to us, and we will reply within 24 hours.
Yeah. Also, one thing, if you want to have a call, we have different hotlines in 6 regions. You can find it in our web page. Go to support page. You can find your local call numbers. Also, for the new RM Pro, actually we are working on a very big improvement. Maybe in a few months, not a few months, maybe next month or in August, we're going to add support for other streaming boxes, which is very popular in US and European countries. One more question.
Yes, a question asking when adding IM device to app, it is always failed. Yeah, sometimes it happens. So here I want to share some troubleshooting steps. So first one, please make sure the network is 2.4 GHz, not 5G. So once your router has the double band, so if it is failed, please, we would like to recommend to turn off the 5G, then leave the 2.4 only, then try again, please. And you can also try our AP mode if the smart configuration is failed. And the most effective way to figure out whether the root cause is in the router or not. I mean, some type of the router may not be compatible with our device. So the effective way to figure out is to try with hotspot. In hotspot, you need to prepare 2 mobile phones. In one phone, install BroadLink app, and in another phone, please turn on the mobile hotspot and set the SSID, I mean the Wi-Fi name and the password same with your routers. And then in the phone B, please connect the Wi-Fi with this hotspot and then re-add the device. If in this case, you can add the device. The reason why device cannot be added in the app is in the router's setting. So in this case, you can go to router's admin page and try some settings to change the channel band to 6. And you can try this way to make the router be compatible with our devices. And once you added the device to our app with hotspot, then you can turn off the hotspot, then the device can be automatically connected to your router. So if in hotspot you still cannot add the product, so please let us know. When you contact us, I would prefer to have the information like which troubleshooting steps you have did and what is the result, so that we can get the information and the result and will provide you with the solutions.
Yeah, actually we support most of the routers. We did lots of compatibility testing, but from our feedback we found especially for some routers given by the ISP or your operators, that router maybe have some special settings may block the communication. So you need to use your phone as a hotspot for temporary testing. So that's why.
Another question is asking air conditioner and TV is not available in routine. Currently, in routine we have trigger and action. So to set the trigger, you can only see the sensor cable, I mean the temperature and the humidity, and our new generation smart plug and the alarm kit. So for example, once the door is open, you can set this action as the trigger. However, in the action column, you can set air conditioner and a TV and some other appliances that is connected with our RM devices. But in future release, we will add all of these appliances to the triggers.
So you can follow our Facebook to get the updated information.
Yes.
Let's see, is there any other questions? Yeah, it's very hot, yeah. Nice dress, yeah. I'm doubting if people dressing like this in the old days, it's really hot.
Today I received a mail from customer is asking why the air conditioner's current status is not displayed in BroadLink app. Here I want to say that for all the IR appliances, especially the air conditioner, because the appliance does not send us to RM device, so our app cannot get the current status. So in app, it only leaves the last time's action. For example, in app, I turn off the air conditioner in our app is off. However, for example, Andy, he turned on the air conditioner from the actual remote. Then air conditioner is off. However, in app, the status is still off because he cannot get the current status from the air conditioner.
Yeah, because the IR is only one way. It's not two-way.
Another question is asking, I cannot select channels in scene and routine. So if you want to set a channel to in a scene or a routine, so please save that channel in TV control page beforehand. Then you will get that channel in scene and routines. So if you didn't save that channel beforehand, then you will not able to see that channel in scene or routines. This question I got several inquiries from different customers. So this is a good question.
Someone asked other questions. Will you be looking at SmartThings integration? Oh, actually, that depends on Samsung's attitude. It's not only our call. It's two companies' work. Joseph is asking who is official distributor on AliExpress. If you want to know this, you can email us intl@ibroadlink.com. We have person to answer you for business inquiries or any trusted international distributor. Yes, as I said, that depends. You can just write us email to intl@ibroadlink.com or ask this question later, post it on Facebook. We have business contacts for you later. We have many distributors in different countries, don't worry. And some people may ask, can you tell me my TV is supported or my AC is supported? Actually, if you have an Android phone, you don't need to buy the products. You can use some Android phones with IR port to test the IR code. For example, I think many Samsung phones has this IR port. So you can use Samsung phones, install our app on the phone, and just try it with your AC and TV. You don't need to buy this. But for iPhone and other Android phones, you need to buy this because they don't have the IR ports.
A question is asking, can the multiple phones connected with this IR blaster so that they all can have access to it? The answer is yes. For example, I have created a home and add the device to my app. Then Andy wants to control this device. Then I can share my home with Andy, so Andy can join my home to control this device. In BroadLink app, in Me tab, you can get a column saying Manage Homes. Then tap the Manage Homes and tap the QR code. Then send the QR code to the ShareE. Then after scan the code, the ShareE will enter the home. But please kindly noted that if one person's account is registered in American server and want to share his or her home with a person whose BroadLink app's account is registered in Europe server, then in this case, sorry, the sharing will be failed. So if you want to share home with each other, please make sure the account is registered in the same server.
Actually, I think no one will register two accounts in different regions. There are many people, they have accounts in different regions. That's because our legacy app, IHC, before we split this app to IHC and IHC EU, when you have this account, and later when we split this app into two, so you have two accounts. So in these circumstances, we highly recommend you to delete one of the accounts in an improper region.
Another question is there any limit on the number of devices that IM device can control?
This is a good question.
IM device can control dozens of devices that you need. So please just add them, and there is no limitation on the numbers.
So theoretically, you can add as many devices as you can, because IR is not sending commands at the same time. So it will control your AC, then control your TV simultaneously. So you don't need to worry about that.
Does it work with Siri? Yes. Siri can you can add a device or a theme to Siri command, and after that you can just say, "Hi Siri, turn on scene." Then Siri will execute the actions from the scenes.
Yeah, you can create a shortcut.
Yes, and for the iPhone, it is support with iPhone 6s and above.
So what about the OS limited?
OS limited, it is 12.
Anyone else?
Can you answer this question? How can I identify my physical remote?
Yeah, actually, we got a very good question. How I can identify my physical remote is IR or RF. Actually, all remotes, they look similar. Actually, for my mother or father, they cannot tell which is RF, which is IR, right?
Yeah.
So how can I identify this?
For IR remote, usually the front end has a lamp bead or filter, and which may need to align with the plans. And if you cover the LED, then the code cannot be sent to the plans. However, IF remote has no this limitation. It can go through the.
Hello? Sorry, the network has some problem, and we just recovered. Maybe let's repeat last question. Is it for RF?
The last question is, any plan supporting Apple HomeKit? Yes, we have plan to support Apple HomeKit. Now it is under development, and once it is finished, we will go to internal and external test. Then once it is ready to be released, we will post the announcement to Facebook and Twitter as well.
The price will be increased a little bit. Prepare for that.
A question is, will there be a widget will there be a widget in the phone to control the device? Yes. In our next version, we will add a virtual general button as a widget to enable user to just tap that button, then can control one specific device, one specific thing or a routine. And also it can XR and FTTT. So it's very convenient. And it can also work with any third-party device. For example, in the FTTT, you can set the trigger as tap this virtual button, then third-party device will be turned on. So later we will share the how to use the cases in Facebook to introduce our new features about the widget.
And if you want to know which brands and devices supported by IFT, you can go to ift.com, ifttt.com, and check out. And we just heard that one of a brand like Tuya, they just quit from IFT, but we continue to support IFT because we know people like this. Using IFT, we can join different brands together and use them together. That's very convenient. So any more questions? If you guys don't have more questions, so we can, that's all today. But if you have any questions later, you can send us emails and post your questions on Facebook. We'll give you feedback ASAP.
Yes, and you can also call us and contact us in Skype.
Thank you for today.
Thank you very much for your joining. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Good night.